Hello everyone, my name is Roman Kornev. I'm a partner at AMarkets company. You're on a currency trading channel. Recently on the URC currency pair I spotted this high. I immediately realized I could make good money from this. This high is a buy signal, but I'll tell you when to buy a bit later. Let's think about what makes this high different from others. An attentive trader will notice that there's this high or that high, for example, but these highs are not buy signals. So what's the deal? The thing is, for this high to be an entry signal, after a strong upward impulse, the price must pull back. It should make a correction of at least 50%. And to determine the proper correction, you can use a simple tool in the MetaTrader platform called Fibonacci retracement. From the top toolbar, we take the Fibonacci retracement and place the crosshairs at the beginning of the wave. We drag upward and this Fibonacci grid forms. And here there's a 50 line. Let me mark it with a red line. Accordingly, we see that the price almost reached the 50 level. This is enough for the correction to be proper. Why this is needed, you'll see later when I move the chart a bit to the right. So after we made these simple mathematical calculations, we move the chart to the right. And what do we see here? We see how the price breaks through the high. That is, the high level is a resistance level. I'd like to draw your attention that after the price broke through this resistance level, the price should travel a sufficient number of pips. How many? Let's look at the chart. For the entry point, which I'll show you on the chart now, to be maximally effective, the distance the price should travel from the breakout level, this resistance level, should be approximately the same distance as the previous correction. Let me show this with this tool. Look, I roughly drew the distance the price traveled down from the resistance line. Now I'll move this box upward, and we see that after the price broke through the resistance line, it went up further by approximately the same distance. This can be measured with a ruler. Here you can measure the distance to the 50 level. Here was 929 pips. Up here it should also travel about 900 pips. Pip precision isn't important here. The proportion is what matters. That is, if the movement, the correction was 900 pips, then the movement after breaking the resistance line shouldn't be 100 pips, 200 pips. It should also be 500, 700, 900. And after the price travels this distance up after the breakout, it will return back. And when it returns, it will approach this resistance line again. Only now, this resistance line will be called a mirror support line. By the way, I talked about these lines in my previous video. Check the suggestion. And now, I'll show the entry point at this support line. At the moment the price touches this support line, a correction occurs. And at this point, you can buy and profit from the rise. The moment you can buy, expecting the price to rise upward. And here, typically, such a movement also happens about 50% of the previous movement. Well, let's say if we take this Fibonacci tool again at the top and drag it down, then here the movement could reach this 50 level. And let's take the ruler tool, calculate. So here will be 359 pips, 360 pips. In general, that's 350 pips in just a few hours. And if you trade one standard lot in the MetaTrader platform, and even $100 is enough for this, you can earn $360 in a few hours. Why is it profitable to enter exactly such trades? Because if you look at the H4 time frame, that is this segment we're considering for buying, you're in an uptrend, and in an uptrend it's better to enter buy trades. It's safer with less risk. If some terms still seem complicated to you, you're just starting to study the market, then definitely take my basic trading course, especially since I give it completely free, when you fund a broker account from just $100 until the end of summer. The link will be in the description. Watch, follow it. Also write to me on Telegram, and I'll tell you how to get the course for free. Also now we'll see which currency pair is best to trade with my trading robot. So, the best currency pair for trading with my Fly Dynamic trading robot is currently the Australian dollar. I've been talking about it for a long time. The testing profitability is 80% over the last 2 months with a 15% drawdown. For those who need ready-made sets, they are provided in consultation format. My specialist will set everything up for you, install it, launch it, and set up ready-made sets. The Australian dollar is currently in a sideways channel, which means you can run it in buy and sell mode simultaneously. That is, wherever the price goes up or down, the robot collects profit. This is very convenient. I love sideways trends, and I recommend you trade both with robots and manually. Now we'll also see what reversal points there are here for manual trading. In general, if you need a trading robot, write via the link in the description to me on Telegram, and I'll tell you how to get the robot for free. I remind you of a unique opportunity. If you've ever lost money in the Forex market, maybe you bought a robot and it lost your money, I always provide a robot for free testing, so you don't lose money. You have the opportunity to run the robot before you launch it on a real account. You could test it on a demo account, but if you've had losses with different brokers before, you can write to me. Some brokers I cooperate with, and I work with many, have this loss compensation promotion. That is, you provide a statement of losses, write to me. Open an account via my link with a broker, and when you fund the account, I'll compensate you proportionally to your losses. This way you can recover your losses by starting to trade with a new broker. If you're interested in such a promotion, write to me via the link in the description on Telegram. I'll tell you how to do it. Gold is approaching a resistance line from which I expect a correction. Let me draw this line. This is how the line looks. By the way, I gave it in my VIP channel, so I'm giving it to you for free today. And I give even more signals and select points in my VIP channel. Subscribe via the link in the description, check it out. Here, most likely I expect a reversal. As soon as the price reaches this line, it might bounce off. You can profit from the decline, from the fall. Also, if the price then breaks further, let's say like this, let's suppose the price goes further up. Here we have another resistance line, from which a downward correction is also quite possible. And even if there's no correction from the first line, you can average up here, make another sell trade. This way you can recover losses from the first trade and earn twice as much. This strategy is called averaging. I have a separate video on my channel. Subscribe to the channel. Watch it. You can also consider a mirror resistance line here. That is, look, if this happens, a correction down from the top. Then here, when the price approaches, let's look at the H1 time frame. When the price returns to this resistance level will become a mirror support line. And from it, you can buy and profit from the rise. The same thing we discussed on the Euro-CAD currency pair. On the Euro-USD currency pair, this is the most popular currency pair in the Forex market. A reversal from the resistance line is also shaping up. Look, this is the resistance line. The price is now approaching this line. And as soon as it approaches, here with a high probability there will be a reversal. The price will approach. You can sell and profit from the decline. How much to earn? How to set take profit, how to set stop loss. I explain in my training, so come to my training. I have professional mentorship. I give my strategy, my knowledge, how to select reversal points most effectively to definitely not lose money. I also love trading on news when the price quickly travels a large number of pips where you can earn quickly. And to not miss such news, subscribe to my Telegram channel. Half an hour before important news comes out, I personally select this news. I enter trades on them to earn quickly. To not miss out, subscribe to the channel, set notifications to come, then you won't miss profitable trades. Regarding manual trade entries, I really love mirror support and resistance lines. Watch my recommended video about this on the channel. I wish you a successful trading week. Trade with pleasure. Bye everyone.